West Sound Community Television is a 501c3 nonprofit, community-based organization of local media professionals and other volunteers whose mission is to produce, promote, and develop local community television programming and public access to electronic communications media. Presentation of this West Sound Community TV program is made possible, in part, by underwriting from the following local businesses and organizations.
This program is made possible in part by contributions from the following. Racecom Electronics, providing communications equipment to military, government, corporate, and special events for over 2 decades. Racecom Electronics, communications on a budget. Ed Rounds, Paulsbo Junction Allstate, meeting the insurance needs of Kitsap County residents for over 20 years. Ed Rounds, Paulsbo Junction Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Crazy Eric's, drive-through style dining for the whole family, located at the Fairgrounds, Belfair, and Navy Yard City. Nostalgic food, family fun, Crazy Eric's. Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. For over 35 years, KDDA has provided family fun and extreme entertainment for thousands of thrilled spectators. KDDA is proud to support West Sound TV's Metal Mayhem 2006. For more information about Destruction Derby and KDDA, go to kitsapdestructionderby.com.
Springtime in the Pacific Northwest. The smell of burnt oil in the air, non-eco-friendly radiator fluid on the ground, and dust so thick you could weave a sweater out of it. These are just a few reasons that consistently bring Demolition Derby fans in from all over the peninsula to watch the Kitsap Destruction Derby.
True dat, Rich. True dat. I'm pleased to introduce my new partner in the booth tonight, Rich Penny.
Good to be here, Brent.
Let's take a pause here for the national anthem, Rich. While we have a minute here before the races get started, I'd like to thank the underwriters for today's program. The Kitsap Destruction Derby Association has again made it possible for West Sound Community TV to be here tonight. You can find out more information on their website at www.kitsapdestructionderby.com, including the season schedules, race results, and even find out how you too can become a driver for a future event. Again, that website is www.kitsapdestructionderby.com.
Our other underwriters include Paulsbo Junction Allstate. Ed Rowan has been serving Kitsap community for years.
I personally have my house, boat, cars, ego, and camp trailer insured through Ed Rowan and have known him since 1998.
Give Ed Rowan a call at 697-6500 and join the Good Hands team.
Since the dawn of man, Crazy Eric's has been a fixture here at the fairgrounds. From cavemen to race fans, nobody makes a better gut bomb than Crazy Eric. Visit any of their locations at Navy Yard City Belfair right here in the fairgrounds. Okay, guys, that's it for the underwriting credits. We are going to start off here with the A-Dash as we have number 30, Travis Kowalski. 41, Patrick Duncan. 110, Rich Burr. 101, Paul Nunez, who's also one of the members of the board here. And number 78, Jeremy Steele. Rick the Flip Duncan also in that lineup tonight as we get going here with the Big Car A-Dash. Again, the Big Car A-Dash, the top 6 in time trials, fighting for a $35 check and a trophy, Rich.
Brent, want to keep a close eye on 110. That is driven by Rich Burr. Rich is 36 years old, and he's from the quote-unquote local area. He's got 14 years of experience. This is his 3rd year in the same car. Of course, you get a good look at that thing, you'll say it's probably due for a new one.
And we are underway here in race number 1 at the 2006 Kitsap Destruction Derby season. Jeremy Steele jumped out to a lead, but he got hit in the side by Rick the Flip Duncan, who now takes the lead in turn 3.
Duncan's going slide on turn 3.
We're 3 cars wide here going down the straightaway. Rick the Flip Duncan in the lead, running strong. He's got Steele in the 78 car behind him.
Yeah, don't look now, but Rich Burr is coming in, and he's coming in strong on the 110 car.
Rick Duncan is 4 laps away from immortality, Rich.
Well, if he can just keep that car straight, Brent, it looks like he shouldn't have any problem going to victory on this one.
Believe it or not, Rick works on gate systems at the Bangor Submarine Base. There's Rick Duncan right there, that beautiful blue and white 40 car.
And coming in behind him is Paul Nunez. Paul is not wasting any time. He is trying to get in touch with the Flip right now. What he doesn't know is coming in behind him, though, and reeling him in with the quickness is Rich Burr.
Rick the Flip Duncan about ready to receive the white flag here in this first race of the night. And you know what? Jeremy Steele has made up a little bit of ground, although he just blew a tire. There's the white flag for Rick. He has about a half a lap on the field. Should be no problem for him to walk away with this one. 49, 31st here. There's the sponsor. And there it is, the first checkered flag of the night.
49 years old? I've been freaking yelling at him. I think 49 years old? There he is in the middle of the stadium. Rick the Flip Duncan, 49 years old, his 31st year as a driver. His sponsors include Big O Tires of Port Orchard, Olympic Artworks, Hood Canal Brewery, Jim's Auto Wrecking, Melseth Garage, Martin Motorsports, and JPL Habitability.
Again, the way it works here for these A and B dashes, and we'll see the mini car A dash next, to get into any dash race, you have to be in the top 12 in the time trials. So the guys that you just saw out here were 1 through 6 in the big car time trials. The next group we see will be the mini cars 1 through 6 in their time trials. And then the 7 through 12s will be what they call the B dash. Now the difference between A, B, and a regular heat is that A dash check is $35 as he tosses his hat up in the air. B dash $30, and your regular heat or figure 8 race $25, Rich, and a trophy.
And a babe to deliver the trophy, Brent. Nothing wrong with that.
The next race will be a mini car A dash. We're underway here with the big car, or the mini car A dash. You have Casey Straight, Mark Massioli, Lewis Sellers, Mark Armstrong, Steve Morgan, and Mike Lester. Mark Massioli, the 812 car, taking a commanding lead here early on. Casey in the pickup truck right behind him.
Wasting no time, and Lewis Sellers got into the back of Casey and kind of slowed him down on that first turn.
Massioli just blew his front right tire.
It is a matter of time. Casey's coming through, rammed him with the truck, and he's going to take the lead by the time he gets to the next turn.
Casey Straight venting a little steam there from the front of his motor. We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, if you go back to last year, Brand, remember Casey drove that thing around, I think, without an engine for about 3 laps, so I wouldn't put much past him.
He actually rolled over in the middle of the race, ended up winning that race. Again, Casey Straight in the 24 truck.
Yeah, that's right. And with number 35, Steve Morgan out of Olalla is coming on, and he's coming on strong. Casey better keep that truck under wraps here, or he's going to get past.
Trucks, small trucks especially, can be a little tricky because of the lack of weight behind the rear tires, your drive axle.
Casey got a little sideways there against the wall. It's coming around, coming through the turn, and looks like Morgan is going to catch him here coming into this next turn if he doesn't ram a car right now.
2 laps to go here in the mini car A-Dash. Casey Straight being overtaken by the man from Olalla, Steve Morgan, who started
Steve got
left.
into Casey in that corner and just pushed the rear end right out from under him, got him loose, and it was over.
White flag is out. Straight still on Morgan's tail. I think that plume of smoke's getting a little bigger coming off of Straight's motor, Rich.
It's looking pretty good. Maybe he just needed to flip it in the beginning of the race and he'd been better off. Casey's coming on strong, though.
Steve Morgan.
And he got sideways in the corner and is not going to be able to pull this one off. Steve Morgan is going to take this thing away for his first win of the season.
Steve Morgan last year, 8th place in the point standings with 23, Rich.
And Steve hailing from Olalla, Washington.
He's also a derbier. 18th of June, he placed first in the mini car finale. 10 September on Play Day, he took 3rd in the finale and 1st in the Play Day finale, which was a $3,000 or $1,500 payout.
Not much to complain about in that area. And here comes his trophy.
Steve Morgan last year with a total of 4 wins in mini car races, coming on 2 different days. 21st of May, which was their second event last year, and Whaling Days, 30th of July. Great run there by number 35 out of Olalla, Steve Morgan. And the next race will be the big car B-Dash. Pole position, the 123 car, Dale Old Man Avery. 731, a personal friend of mine in that beautiful blue and yellow station wagon, Jeff Hiscox.
Jeff, a.k.a. the Ball and Chain. Number 55, Axel Harp.
87, Dale Avery Jr.
Number 88, Ken Richardson.
And rounding it out, 84, Michael Harden, a rookie out of Tacoma. Let's see how it works out.
This ought to be entertaining, Brent. We know Jeff has got a new motor under the hood of this thing and says that this one is ready to roll.
He had a pretty pathetic year last year, Rich. I hope he's right. And we are underway here for the B-Dash of the big cars. Third race of the night. Dale Avery taking a small lead, being pushed around a little bit there by the field. And he's ahead of Jeff Hiscox by about a car length. Jeff is running strong. He was right.
Yeah, but the old man is hitting it hard right now.
A little mushy here in this turn in front of us, Rich. It's tearing him up.
You're seeing Dale, the old man Avery, just taking it away from the rest of the crowd. Everybody else got sideways in the corner, blocked off by that massive party wagon that Hiscox is driving, and Avery is just walking away with this one.
4 laps to go here in this big car B-Dash.
Well, the entertaining piece is Dale, the old man, is being chased by Junior, number 87.
We got both the Avery boys out here today. Dale Avery, 3 laps to go. He's got about a 50-foot lead on I would assume his son.
Well, you'd have to go that way, but I'll tell you, it looks like the sun is catching, looking at these car links here, and it looks like Dad's possibly caught up in traffic. This could be entertaining.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Rich. In these races, it's such a short track that if you get too big of a lead, you end up getting mixed in with the people you're about ready to lap, and that can cause congestion.
Oh, and just then, Junior has gotten wrapped around a tire, so we don't have to worry about Senior getting past on this one.
Avery will take the white flag. 1 lap to go. The next closest competitor is Jeff Hiscox in the 731 car. Not a challenge at this point. And Dale Old Man Avery will win the race.
Not bad for someone who's 50 years old, would you say, Brent?
Happy birthday, Dale.
You know, I seem to recall last year, us in our mid-30s wouldn't jump in one of those cars, so I'm definitely not going to argue with that guy.
Mid-30s, speak for yourself, Rich.
I was trying to cut off a few years for you there, brother.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Dale's sponsors are Dale's Delivery Service, Yale's National, out of Yelm, National Auto Parts, Performance Radiator, and he is the official tech boss.
Great run there by Dale Old Man Avery in his 24th year out of Paulsbo. You don't have too many people that have been racing here for 24 years, Rich.
I have to say, Brent, that is impressive.
Last year, Rich, Dale only had 2 total big car wins, so this is pretty good for him to get one. Wins seem to become a little far and few between in the point standings last year.
I don't even know if he was in the point standings last year, Brett.
Dale doesn't seem to be. Oh, here we go. Dale tied for 20th place with 9 points. If you're wondering what points mean, you get a point for entering an event, 2 points for entering a special event or a demolition derby, and then you'll get an additional 2 points for a win. Dale Avery just picked up 3 points tonight just in that one race, a third of his 2005 total.
Just think, by the end of the evening, he could pass himself for the entire year last year.
That's a fact.
What do we got coming up next?
The next race is going to be the minicar B-Dash. Michael Craig, 71. Christina Lugnut-Payne, one of the women drivers out here. 85, Kurt Bratcher. 59, Tony Timley. 119, Victor Trent. And 72, Chris the Blur Rowland. 4th race of the night, big car, minicar B-Dash. And these are your 7 through 12 and time trials, and we are underway.
We are under the way. Christina, the lug nut pain, has wasted no time getting down in front, but she really needs to watch it because Michael Craig is coming up on her fast and is looking to push her right out of this turn.
Christina takes that turn wide, and that allows Michael Craig in his third season out of Bremerton to jump into that opening and take the lead.
And Tony Timley is pushing the lug nut right into the wall, taking second and trying to pull in on number 31, Michael Craig. And it looks like it's going to be done right here.
The 85 car, Kurt Bratcher's trying the backwards route. That's not going to work tonight.
I don't think it's going to work either. Brian and Christina is kind of stuck over here. But on the lead, we have number 59, Tony Timley, and he is just walking this thing.
Tony Timley just snuck in front of Michael Craig, who appears to have blown his front right tire, Rich. That's how Timley was able to get in there.
Speaking of things blown, we're right down here in front of the booth. We've got the 85 car of Kurt Bratcher. He is, his tire's just coming off, wheel and all. It's done.
Look at that front right tire, Rich. He is toast.
Yeah, that's just part of the job hazard out here, right?
Timley taking the white flag. 1 lap to go here in the mini car B-Dash.
We'll see what kind of repairs they can get done to the 85 and see if that car comes back tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, Rich, I'm counting 4 blown tires on the track right now. And the checkered flag for Tony Timley, number 59. Congratulations. Here's a trophy and a check for $30. Crowd loves it here today. A great day for the Derby. Blue skies, little bit of breeze. Unfortunately for number 85, Mr. Bratcher, it is not a great day as he has broke, it looks like, his front axle, Rich.
Well, he's broke something. I don't know if it'd be an axle. I think it looks like it was possibly a Mazda at one time, which would indicate rotary engine and front-wheel drive, but I could be wrong.
The young wannabe flagman. I hear Kelsey Payne wants to get back into driving, so maybe he could take that youngster and train him up in the booth. Rich, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I was sitting down in the run around with the drivers prior to the race, and they were giving Kelsey a pretty hard time about that being feared, that fear of the track. I guess previous driver didn't want him to do much in driving anymore, so he decided the flagman was the safest job for him. But maybe we can train that kid to drive.
I bet his wife did it to him.
Could be.
Okay, in rollover, the rules are simple. For every quadrant a driver rolls, he or she will receive 1 point with a bonus point for every full rotation. In other words, if you simply roll over on the roof of the car, that is worth 2 points. Rolling all the way back over onto the wheels will get you 5 points, 1 per quadrant with a 360-degree bonus point. Rich?
Brent, prior to the start of the season, the odds-on favorite was Tim Garrity in the rollover. Tim retired from the Navy this year after serving in the submarine community for over 22 years and has since gone to work for the Palmsville Police Department. As luck would have it, Tim's new busy schedule chasing bad guys has left him unable to participate this year. Can you imagine not pulling over for a D-Derby driving guy? As a policeman? I mean, there's no gun required. And, doing that little sideline thing earlier, as I understand it from Tim's son who was in the pits today, Tim's real dream is not of law enforcement at all. Truth be told, Tim has aspirations to become an underwear model. Can't you see this guy as the fruit of the loom grape?
Absolutely right, Rich. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our first rollover car looks like, all right, it is KC Straight in the 24 car. Actually, that's Steve Harris, the KDDA president, and he gets 6 points, 5 for a 360 with a door bonus.
Talk about starting the season off with a bang. He just took that thing and abused it.
That's his first rollover. It's something he wanted to try this year. He may want to rethink that, Rich.
I don't know. He's actually pretty good at it.
You know, up in the booth here, we got Tony Flash Fuller, a Hall of Famer in his first day of eligibility, I'm sure. Tony, thanks for joining us. I was looking at the stat sheet, and last year, out of 49 possible races, that's 7 mini-car races in an evening, you won 16. What's your secret?
Really no secret, just trying hard and giving it all.
You got to give me something better than that, Tony.
Well, you know, you've got a lot of experience out here. You know, you just look as far ahead as you can and go for it.
Is it so, Tony? Would you say then that it's more of taking your time and being consistent in a race than a lot of kids might try to get in a hurry and maybe push it too hard?
Well, as you can see in I think it was the B dash for the big cars here. The winner, he paced himself right behind the lap car in order so that he could take the event win, which is a very smart strategy for racing.
Okay, Tony, anything else you'd like to say to all the race fans out there?
Well, I'd just like to say that I really appreciate all the fans that we have out here, and heads up to all the drivers. They do a real good job for you.
Great run there by Steve Harris. Lands upright, 5 points. That'll be 11 for the total. Tony Fuller, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay, Tony, good luck.
Thanks so much, Tony. Are you racing tonight? No, I probably will take about half a second off.
And here we have the number 24 car of Casey Straight. Coming around to see if he can top Steve Harris's rollovers.
I think that car's been rolled before, Rich. 5 points for KC on that 360.
You think maybe en route to getting here today he rolled it once or twice?
Great crowd tonight for this opening Demolition Derby night, Rich.
Crowd response this year looks to be outstanding. I mean, this is just the beginning. You know, who knows what the season's going to hold.
Metal Mayhem 2006. And here comes Casey on his second run. He needs at least a 360 and a half. A bad angle, and he'll get 10 points total. That's 5 for that, 5 for the previous. KC didn't get the right angle coming off the ramp, but I think he really could have got something going there.
No, he looked to spin out just a little bit prior to getting to that ramp. It really got him off the angle, and he's lucky he pulled that out. There's some good driver experience there. Had he not done it, missed the ramp, then he's just got a scratch in 5. But he's at least stayed in the running. Now I believe just 1 point under Steve Harris for tonight.
Great job by KC Straight, but he'll be 1 point short of the leader. KDDA president and man with a really sore neck, back, arms, legs, upper back, middle back, lower left back, Steve Harris. Going the wrong way is Jim Gregerson. Oh, he's going to give Casey a push. Get him out of the way.
Yeah, I think he's saying just get this hunk out of my way because I got some work to do. Sponsored by Casey's Auto Repair and Taylor Driveline. Jim Gregerson's out of Belfair. He's making a wide turn here. Kind of an interesting angle he's pulling on this ramp. He may have a little trade secret.
I think you're right, Rich. That's it. 720, baby. 10 points in 1 roll.
That trade secret is called Watch How It's Done.
Move over, Tim Garrity. There's a new sheriff in town. And his name is Rolly.
Yeah, this guy is definitely going to be deserving a new nickname. He's got a nice little technique here. He's really combing that outer wall and taking more of a straight up or an off-angle approach to the ramp. and it is just paying dividends for him.
Oh, my God! Another 720.
Back to back.
20 total points. The crowd is going nuts. What a run there by Jim Gregerson.
The crowd's going nuts. The other drivers are over there. They just can't believe it. Is that Steve Harris writing down notes on a pad?
Steve Harris was waiting around to get his trophy. Instead, hangs his head in shame and heads back to the pits.
Heads back to the pits, pushing his car.
Okay, the next event, ladies and gentlemen, will be the special event of the night. It's one of my personal favorites. It's the chain race. It's a figure-8 race where teams will be chained together with 10 feet of chain and try to do a figure-8 race. So we'll be right back with that special event of the evening. The cars are coming out for the chain race as Chico Towing positions one of the tires that was moved for rollover. So far we have 2 teams out there, Cody Stayrook, Steve Harris, and then Chris Rhea with Michael Harden. I hope there's more than 2 teams out here. We have more cars coming out, but because of the nature of this race, they need to do obviously a little bit of legwork to their cars, so more cars are coming. 732 car, car 36, came together with something that could be used for more a ferry. As a big race.
You know, Brent, you could look at this race and just come up with several analogies to your personal life, couldn't you?
Looks like Dale Avery's coming out along with Clayton the Rooster Corey. More cars are coming out. Let's take a minute here to thank our underwriters, who we didn't get to in the beginning. Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning. Celebrating their 30th anniversary, this locally owned and operated business will come to your location and provide full service to your carpet, including repair, replacement, and flood damage restoration.
Your parents out of town? Did that party get a little wild? Call Paul's at 876-4000, and your carpet will look so good, your parents will definitely know you had a party.
We would also like to thank the crew tonight on camera, J-Dog Scott, Matthew St. Carol, AJ and Michael Mathis, our spotters Tom Spicer, Brandon Collins, and Tony Taylor. In the control room, we have Garrett Syke directing, Danny Morrow on audio and graphics. My wife Danette providing still photography and extending my curfew past 8 p.m. so I could be here tonight. Ron Humphrey helping out as a runner. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Doc and Rich for helping out on those microphones. You know, when we mention an underwriter like Paul's Carpet Cleaning or Ed Rowan of Paulsville Junction, Allstate, they're anchors in the community to be able to donate some time, effort, and money into these types of productions for Access Television. We appreciate their sacrifice, and we hope that you would call them up and let them know that you appreciate it as well.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one, Brent. Brent, another neat thing to see for people who don't frequently watch the Destruction Derby, you know, a lot of these drivers, you know, most of these drivers have sponsors that, you know, really do a lot for them across the board. And it's just an amazing thing that the community comes together to do things like this. And when you turn around and look at the crowd, look at the people we've got here tonight on opening night, it's just a fantastic thing to see the community get together like this.
This is an amazing crowd tonight, Rich. You bring up a great point. Beautiful day. Could be a great boat day. It was shrimp day today. I missed going shrimping so we could come out here and have this fun with the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. And there's your crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming. Looks like we are going to have 3 teams here.
And they've started rolling, Brent.
They are on their pace lap. This will be interesting. Steve Harris, I hear, is using anchor chain from a submarine, Rich.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
And we are underway here in the special event. 7:32, that's Cody the Rock Stayrook and Steve Harris in the lead for now.
Well, for now is the operative word, because this thing can get ugly and get ugly fast.
There will be a mini car chain race as well, Rich. Still, the Rock and Harris.
Oh, we've got a broken chain.
When you break your chain, the rules say you're done.
Oh, they're done. They're going to take out 36 there as well. Looks like they're tagging into Steve Harris.
Well, you know what happened there was 87, Dale Avery Jr. nailed Harris after he was already DQ'd because their chain broke. Probably shouldn't have done that. We'll see what the judges have to say. 4 laps to go here in the chain race. Looks like Harris is dead on arrival and is being towed by Stayrook. We'll have to confirm that. He is definitely not spinning any.
No, he doesn't have much. He doesn't have much going there, Brand. But I mean, look at the size of this chain. You know, the Rock in the 732 car. I definitely think he pulled that thing off a submarine.
I know he did. He told me he did.
And he's got some trouble there. They get that chain caught up on underneath the front end of that car that Steve's driving.
And that's all number 84, Michael Harden, needed, the rookie out of Tacoma, with Chris Ree, his Rio Puyallup native in his 6th season, needed. This one's all but over here, as I think we have 3 laps to go.
You got 3 laps to go.
Laps.
You know, now it looks like Steve's going to try to turn around. Oh, you're going to like this one. The 36 is now yanking the 732 around. These guys are showing you what it's about. They're going to make it work one way or another. In fact, if you look at the way these guys are driving, Stayrook is actually driving his car backwards with Harris driving his forward and just staying chained together.
Only in America, Rich, could you see something like this.
Well, they get themselves kind of caught up in this corner now.
White flag is out. 1 lap to go.
Yeah, Stayrook's been lapped here.
1 lap and 10 feet of chain is all that stands between rookie Michael Harden and eternity.
Well, it's eternity in victory lane.
They used to have 10 feet of chain. I think they've had some chain location problems.
Well, chain location problems or not, Brent, they got her done.
Get her done. Checkered flag for the dynamic duel. Number 84, Michael Harden, rookie out of Tacoma, sponsored by CR Janitorial. And get this, Rich, Crime Scene Clean. If OJ would have only called him.
There you go, Brent.
And number 99, his partner, Chris Ree, 6th season out of Puyallup, CR Janitorial and Crime Scene Clean as well. Must be a couple of buddies.
Sounds like it. They got a lot of things in common. It looks like Harden got this race done just in the nick of time. He's got smoke billowing out from under the hood of that car.
Well, it sounded like a good idea, but boy, it was pretty slow, wasn't it, Rich? Here comes the trophy car. That's a beautiful 1936 Chevy Business Coupe, sponsored by Prestige Auto. And we have 2 trophy girls tonight, Lisa Dodd and Kim Visculi.
Hey, are we going to be getting trophies up here? I'm just curious. The trophy girl come see us, interview maybe?
Maybe. We might be. I know some people.
We got a runner? We can send a runner?
Yeah. Well, the trophy's been handed out. Ladies and gentlemen, they'll get the cars cleaned up, and then we'll get to watch a mini car chain race, and I have it on good authority that we have 4 teams for the mini cars. Drivers are out. Harris and the Rock are decoupled and back in the pits where they belong. 33, that's Scott Carter, anchored to Chad Steiger. Next to them, 67, Ryan Cooper, the 38-year-old out of Port Orchard in his third season here at the KDDA. Hooked to Dave the Hook Hero. Behind them, Michael Craig, number 31, with Chris the Blur rolling. And Kurt Bratcher, number 85, with 63, Mike Lester. I can't even, oh, that's Bratcher's second car. Remember, he lost a tire earlier today.
Amazing.
Matter of fact, look at that. His cars are so bad, Lester's having to give him a push to try to get him a jump start.
I was out trying to interview these guys prior to the race even starting, Brent. I go over to Lester's area. I can't find Lester, but I'll be damned there's not like 5 cars lined up. All looking damn near the same, and all number 63. So I think he just picks and chooses what he wants.
Mike Lester was the second place points finisher in the mini car class. An incredible feat as a rookie.
Yeah,
and here we go on our pace lap. Looks like, and they are underway here for the mini car chain race. We have 4 groups. Let's hope they get spread out a little bit and start running into those chains sideways.
You want spread out, Brent. Ryan Cooper and Dave Hero are already separated, so they're done. That took no time.
Could it be another good idea gone awry, Rich?
It could be, but I'll tell you what, right now, Michael Craig is coming through with a vengeance with Chris the Blur rolling in tow. And we've got another broken chain here with number 33, 156. Those being the cars.
Scott Carter and Chad Steiger have decoupled and parked themselves.
Scott's another one I talked to before the race. And this guy just likes being dirty, period. When he's not here, he's got his Jeep off-road, 4-bying all the time. You got to ask yourself, what's he doing right now? I think this guy needs to be out the track. It looks like he's a little upset with the 72 car.
Carter must not know that he needs to not be driving around the track right now.
Oh, I think he's making his point right now and breaking somebody else's chain.
Right there, Rich, is why they are supposed to get off the track, is because he actually caused those cars to decouple after he was disqualified.
Well, exactly, Brandon. You got to ask yourself if that wasn't intentional. He looked like he was a man on a mission going after him. And now here we go. I mean, what we've got left, number 85. With Kurt Bratcher and Mike Lester, yeah.
And they will take the checkered flag here for the mini car chain race.
Yeah, well,
that's
once
pretty
again,
exciting, wasn't it, Rich?
Well, at least for 30 seconds we were rocking.
Rich, could you check my pulse for me, please?
Maybe as soon as you can check mine. Looking at the trunk of Lester's car, Future Homes. I'm hoping nobody was there when he got that thing out.
That's a good point, Rich. Kurt Bratcher and Mike Lester, the dynamic duo here for the mini car chain race. Kurt Bratcher, number 85, the 32-year-old in his 14th year out of Bremerton, sponsored by Horseshoe Lake Auto Wrecking, Northwest Trades, and B&B Builders.
Lester, 36, is in his second year out of Olalla, sponsored by Jim's Auto Wrecking and, as we said on the trunk, Future Homes. Hopefully nobody's living in that trunk, if you know what I'm saying.
Right you are, Rich. The trophy truck again, or trophy car coming out. That's that gorgeous 36 business coupe, sponsored by Prestige Auto. Trophy girl is out.
And, Brent, by request, it looks like we will have one of the trophy girls coming up here soon for an interview.
The next car will be a big car heat race, the first heat race here of the night, the first heat race of 2006. Fans loving it tonight here as the big cars come out for the first heat race. We got 113.
113 is driven by Dave the Hook Hero.
Dennis the Menace Truax, number 1.
In the 7 car, Matt Derringer in his second year out of Seebeck. Number 15, Dan Davey Allison in his second year. He is 21.
75, David Needham in his second season out of Silverdale.
The 121 car, Clayton Corey, 34 in his 4th year out of Paulsbo.
77, Bria Bronson Steele in her second year out of Seebeck. We have the 100 car, John the Spec Fleck.
And in the 63 car, I think he just got out of one and jumped into another. Yes, it's Mike Lester.
on the pace lap here, and it looks like we are underway.
They have lit through that, Brent. The hook is around the first corner.
We got a rollover over in turn 3. Rolled over on the tire. Siren is out. Action will stop while we make sure that the driver is okay. I still don't know which car that is.
It looks like it's the number 15, Dan Allison, in his second year. Not mistaken, he's the only guy out there with a truck. It didn't take any time to get that thing rolled over.
They are unstable. Now, they will allow him to continue the race if his car still runs. He looks like he's okay, and that's great. The crowd shows their concern for his safety and well-being. Now, he has the option of being re-teched, but he doesn't have to.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'd say go with it. Now, he's pointed in the wrong direction to start this race.
Well, you know, Stayrock earlier in the 732 showed that he could drive this thing in a figure eight backwards, so I'm betting this guy can handle it. As he gets out of the car, maybe proving me wrong.
I talked to Dan Allison here this afternoon before the race, and I'm wondering why he is walking off. He might be hurt a little bit, but he is walking under his own power.
Well, you know, the other thing that we can't tell from here, Brent, that truck could just not be running.
Well, the roof did not collapse on it.
Well, yeah, but, you know, he's probably not Casey Strayed. Casey doesn't need an engine. Most guys do. You know, while we're talking about Dan, his sponsors, I mean, this guy's got a laundry list out of Silverdale. Sportsman's Warehouse. I mean, come on.
Here we go.
Midas Auto. We're firing him up, leaving that truck stationary, and everybody else is getting underway.
Dave the Hook Hero. Actually, that is Mel Hero, Dave's wife in the 113 car. And she spins out trying to get around Bria Bronson Steele.
We have got a pileup down here in the corner right in front of us. But here she comes. She is leading this thing. She's going to kind of get us some traffic here.
And she hooks up there with 75. That is David Needham. And then gets spun out by 121. That's Clayton the Rooster Corey.
And here she comes around the corner. She is chasing down the 121 car. Basically just saying, get out of my way, I'm coming.
And Clayton Corey takes the lead. 5 laps to go. Clayton Corey is your leader.
Corey now coming through. We've got some bumping going on in this tight turn down by us, Brent.
Mixes it up a little bit with Bria. Mel Hero bouncing off the tires.
We got these cars piling up everywhere around, but Corey is just walking right through them all, showing some great driving skill to get through all these cars.
The Rooster is having a great time. And let me tell you, for the first event of the year, this track is chewed up. A lot of rains this winter, and there are ruts all over the place.
Corey's coming through. He has got, well, the backcountry binder of the spec is coming by, but it looks like Corey made it through, and the piles just keep growing. Corey has now got the hook on the line and is reeling her in for a lap.
Clayton Corey, white flag, 1 lap to go.
That, as we learned earlier from the flash when we had him in the booth, all Corey needs to do is just sit and hang back behind this car to assure himself a victory.
Oh, and we've got
here's
a
why.
car pile up in front of us. Clayton
Threads the needle and takes the checkered flag.
Congratulations to Clayton the Rooster Corey in his 4th year out of Paulsbo, sponsored by Johnny Graham's Racing Stable.
Brent, that's actually some of the best actual driving we've seen all night.
Absolutely, Rich. They had dead cars all over the track. And you know, one thing I was noticing is these cars are kicking up a lot of dirt. And if you look at one of the cars closely, you'll see that they have a small screen in front of the driver. And that screen is to prevent large metallic car chunks basically from coming in and injuring the driver, but it don't do nothing for dirt.
Oh, you know what it does? It actually sifts it. So it's a finer powder going into their helmets and their eyes. You know, you got to look at these guys. They need their little windshield wipers on their visors, right? That's what they're looking for.
Right you are, Rich. Here comes the trophy car.
A 36 Coupe rolling out again from Prestige Auto. That is a beautiful car.
Congratulations again to Clayton the Rooster Corey, getting his first trophy of the 2006 Metal Mayhem. And the next race will be a mini car heat race. Lining up here for the mini car heat race in pole position, number 98, Steven Sellers out of Paulsbo. Number 2, Richard Sharp. 4, Frank the Tank Butler. 197, Eric Irvin. 73, James Callahan. 62, Rob Moore. 169, Jordan Roly-Poly-Oli Perez. 102, Andrea Foote, a rookie. 149, Mark Smith. And 199, Jacob Knowlton, another rookie out of Bremerton.
And they are on their lap, Brent.
On the pace lap, Rich. As long as they stay tight, Kelsey Payne will give them the green flag. And we are underway here in the first mini car heat race of 2006 as the Cleveland Indian fan Richard Sharp, the 38-year-old, breaks out in front of the pack.
He is got a nice lead on it, but it's just a matter of time before he gets caught up in traffic. And it looks like the 62 car is going to catch up here. That's Rob Moore in the Golden Rule car. And he's not wasting much time catching up here. I think if he can keep that car straight coming out of the turns, he can go ahead and just reel in Richard Sharp.
Rob Moore is making quite a push on Sharp. Sharp, though, 16 years of driving experience, Rich.
Well, I think his 16 years is going to be put to the test real quick.
Just like that, Rob Moore blows a tire. His race is done.
Well, now comes the patience part for Richard Sharp. We're going to see if he lays off the throttle just a little bit, weaves through this traffic, gets behind a car that's behind the pace, and just rolls right on to victory.
On the right side of your screen there, you see the 102 car of Andrea Foote dead in the water. That could pose a problem for these drivers with its location.
And Sharp's coming across another one right here. Here he comes through the turn, and he's going to weave right between these two, it looks like. And he's kind of getting stuck here. We'll find out what he's going to do. And here he comes through, and he almost beat that out.
He gets spun around a little bit, but recovers. Now he's
not
blowing
bad.
his rear right.
Yeah, he put Mark Smith in the wall on that one, and that was on his right side that he used to push him, so that probably had something to do with it.
2 laps to go for Richard Sharp.
Well, the real question here for Richard is whether or not he can hold on to this thing with the cars that he's already lapped. It looks like he's going to be okay. Well, look at that right there, Brent, coming into that corner. Mark Smith, his 3rd year out of Port Orchard, just laid that Toyota truck right into Sharp.
Sharp had so much of a cushion, though. He's still your leader, although he's lost that drive tire, the rear right. And it'll be interesting to see here in the field who has enough legitimate laps that could possibly catch him.
You've got James Callahan. Oh, Brent, we got a rollover here. Richard Sharp is over. Sharp is over.
And They've stopped the race, and they're giving the checkered flag to 73, James Callahan.
You got to love the entertainment value on that one, Brent. Callahan saw his opportunity, came up, slammed into Sharp, rolled him over, and then just came around the corner and said, yeah, I'll take that checkered flag.
And there's your rollover crew right there, riding number 2, Richard Sharp. Again, the 16-year driver out of Bremerton. Bummer.
You know, if this were NASCAR and Richard Sharp or Jeff Gordon, he'd be doing a little shoving if it was in the pits, right?
That's a fact. To lead the race the distance and then blow it 2 turns away from immortality.
Yeah, 2 turns. Well, that 2 turns was all it took. He will get off the track under his own power, though, which is impressive.
Now, if you watch that far corner over there, and there's a nice shot of our flagman, Kelsey Payne, you'll see that they're creating quite the rut. And that's where the majority of your rollovers actually happen. And a lot of times, they don't need anybody pushing them. They'll roll themselves over. There's James Callahan right there out of Bremerton, the rookie. A rookie stayed patient, I think like Tony Fuller, number 169. I think we might have the wrong. No, it is 73. It is James Callahan. We have the wrong car there in the middle of the track. James Callahan stayed patient. He saw his window and he took it. I don't think he knows he won the race, Rich. They're going to have to go get him out of the pit to come out here and get his trophy. Well, we got a minute here waiting on James Callahan to come back out. I'd like to take this opportunity to again thank the underwriters, the people that made this possible. Of course, the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, Steve Harris, president, and the rest of the crew there do a great job, bring a great product to the community. We're just glad that they would have us out here to televise it for them. And here comes James Callahan, the rookie out of Bremerton, an Indian Outlaw Racing team member. Congratulations.
Well, I tell you what, that was a definite outlaw move he pulled coming into that corner, and you have to say it paid great dividends for him, because here he is taking the trophy.
And the other underwriters, Ed Rowan, Paulsbo Junction Allstate, thanks a bunch. Paul's Carpet Upholstery Cleaning, Jack Bailey from Racecom Electronics, thanks a lot, guys. And our next race will be one of my favorites, a big car figure 8 race.
All right, in the lineup, we have the 43 car, looks like. All right, now that we've gotten all this driver information, Eric Nielsen's in the 43, in the 101. Okay, and we have absolutely no driver on the 101. Let's see, we've got the 731 car out here. Coming through, that is Jeff Hiscox. We actually have a full crowd here as they start off on their pace lap. We will get the driver inductions as we get through the race.
The field is full here, 10 cars in this figure 8 race.
And this ought to be good, Brent, because the last time we saw a great figure 8 race, it was a full crowd.
For the first figure 8 race of the night.
Oh, and these guys are getting on it hard, Brent.
Paul Nunez shoots out there, takes quick lead.
Oh, look at the turn. Look at what we got going around in that first turn. We got cars backwards already, but Nunez is coming around this one.
Hiscox is hammered already.
Well, go figure.
I just heard a tire pop.
Yep, we got a tire. We got Nunez skipping around here. It's about to get entertaining for Nunez as he comes around because he's got a lot of traffic to work through.
He'll just wait, and he does. He won't get that lucky on the next time around.
I don't think so, Brent. Coming up on him strong is the 43 car of Eric Nielsen.
43 and 41 are teammates, Patrick Duncan and Eric Nielsen, and they're good.
Well, I'll tell you, they are reeling Paul in and reeling him hard, and the 41 car is taking the lead.
Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan, mixes it up with Nielsen's his teammate.
Oh, and Nunez, look at that move.
Takes advantage of the scrum.
And here comes Hiscox right on around.
Hiscox, wrong side of the tire.
I don't think in the confusion anybody's going to know, but Nunez is still leading this thing. But he's got Mr. Mopar Duncan right side by side with him. And in fact, Duncan is now taking it.
5 laps to go. Anything can happen.
Oh, it's still, oh, look at this right here.
Burr pounds Nunez.
That was Rich Burr that just turned around and put Nunez into the wall. And it looks like he is trying to reel in Mr. Mopar right now.
Mr. Mopar sporting a new car this year. Notice how much he's bouncing through that corner. That's what I was telling you about. Cars will roll over there tonight.
It will. Rich in that 110 car is driving pretty hard here.
We just got some dirt thrown on us.
Well, you know, we're no worse for the wear.
Mopar getting ready to lap Jeremy Steele in the 78 car.
And I'll tell you, you're going to have to watch Rich Burr. He is coming on and looks like he may. There he is. He is laying out Mr. Mopar.
Well, you know what? We might have to check. Burr might just have taken the lead.
Oh, Duncan is pushing him right into the tires to get him off of, and looks like it worked. Rich Burr is still, tags the 42 car, but Burr is taking the lead.
Looks like we got a white flag here coming out, and I think it's for Burr.
If Burr hangs on to this, he'll be good. Oh.
And he kind of got off track there.
Yeah, but look at this.
Mr.
Mopar had to stop
He's
for
dead.
traffic. He's got some fire coming out, the exhaust, but Rich Burr is having to put this thing in reverse to get around that tire.
Rich, this will be a race of attrition.
Well, the attrition, I think, it may or may not be over.
Can we have a volunteer step up and finish the race? Nielsen? Kelsey's looking back at the judges. He doesn't know who to flag for.
They don't know, but it looks like Mr. Mopar held on to it.
43, Eric Sprider Nielsen's will win the race.
Here he comes. The checkered flag is out. Wrap her up. She is done. This place started to look like a junkyard out here, Brent, with all these dead cars. It's going to take a little while to get these things off the track. Once again, we had a full field that time, and that really increased the excitement in the race. Had these drivers driving to their best abilities, which was nice to see. Eric Nielsen's in his second year out of Kingston.
He might be in his second year, Rich, but that's a 4-car team from, you got Rick the Flip Duncan, you got Mr. Mopar Duncan, you got Eric Sprider Nielsen's, you got Steve Melseth. They're a kind of a team. They work together, and they're sponsored by...
Well, it looks like they're sponsored by Big O Tires out of Port Orchard, Olympic Artworks, the Hook Canal Brewery, Jim's Auto Wrecking, Melseth Garage, Martin Motorsports, and JPL Habitability. And because I've said all these exact same things earlier today, without going back and looking, this team is actually making a name for themselves, at least at the beginning of this season.
They do very well every year, Rich. Last year, if you look at the big car point standings, 42, Steve Sven Melseth took 5th place. Pat, Mr. Mopar Duncan, number 41, took 7th place. Rick Duncan, Rick the Flip Duncan, took 12th. And Eric Nielsen took 14th. So out of their team, they had 4 spots in the top 14.
So what you're saying is they're pulling one of these, Jack Roush racing things, only in D-Derby style, building a team, maybe sharing some driver info and definitely sharing parts?
Absolutely. Melseth and both Duncans each had 3 wins last year. Okay, as the trophy's been presented here and as we get the rest of the dead tires off the track, we'll get ready for a mini car figure 8 race. The cars are lining up here. We still have to wait on the Kowalski car to get out of the way as you see the tow truck backing up to him. 111, that's Bill Power, the 45-year-old in his second year out of Port Orchard. Had a great rookie season. 153, Vincent Lee Morris. 86, Mike Ackerman. 24, KC Straight. 812, Mark Massioli. 63, Mike Lester. 35, Steve Morgan. 2, Corey Tucker, who looks like he's getting a push right now. Can't see him on your screen. 96, Justin Hart. 16, Mark Armstrong. 48, Lewis Sellers. And 71, Christina Lugnut Payne. And there, Mr. Kowalski is being taken off the track in the 030 car.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to take a few minutes here, Brent, to get the number 2 and the 16 off of one another, if you will. And one of these guys are moved off the track.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have to wait here as a couple of the mini cars died on their way out.
Now you got to ask yourself, is that the squirrel in the cage?
Good time for a blanket here as the sun's gone down and it's starting to get a little bit nippy. Okay, we have the 16 car of Mark Armstrong pushing the 2 car of Corey Tucker, a rookie out of Bremerton. Looks like they're going to push him right on off the track. Maybe we can get this thing going. Well, the cars seem to be stuck together. That's Corey Tucker and Mark Armstrong. I'm sure Mark had good intentions when he tried to push his competitor off the track, but it didn't work out that way, did it, Rich?
No, those two are locked up like a couple of dogs in heat, Brent. Looks like those guys finally got them separated, though.
Don't know. They should have used cold water.
Well, I think that's what they may have had. Look at the wet spot on the track over there.
Looks like the cars are finally lined up, and Kelsey Payne is about ready to give them the order, and here it is. Here comes the pace lap. Mini car first figure 8 race of the 2006 Meadow Mayhem season. And we have a late entry of the 119 car. Or truck. And we're underway.
And they're wasting no time here, Brent.
Bill Power took the lead, but he got pushed sideways. KC Straight, now, nope, 35.
35 is Steve Morgan again.
Steve Morgan with a fairly comfortable lead over Mark Massioli in the 812 car.
And we could have a nice little collision here. And, there we go. We got
Steve
it.
Morgan gets spun out by Christina Lugnut Payne.
Yeah, the lug nut's still going. Steve Morgan is turned around, though.
I think Mike Lester's in the lead.
It would appear so. Looks like Lester is going to be the lead runner here.
No. Well, I'm looking at Kelsey Payne, the flagman, and I think they're getting a ruling from the judges. It's always difficult when you get a car out in the lead and then he gets passed by somebody a couple laps into it. Morgan has to be at least close to the lead, and Massioli as well.
We've got a point coming here.
All right, it looks like Massioli's in the lead here with 5 laps to go.
We've got a lot of smoke billowing out of these cars right now, Brent. In fact, looks like we got a fire right here, right in front of the booth on the 153 car. You can see it just in the rear or the front
yes,
wheel well.
Absolutely. 153 is on fire. They will be stopping this shortly. You can see the smoke out from under the hood. Looks like he shut it off and the fire's out.
Yeah, the fire's out.
He just had a big loss of something there as he's tracking smoke all over the field. He's your current leader, but I don't think that's going to last. And then you see KC Straight whip Mike Lester around in front of us.
All right, Casey's looking like a man on a mission right now, just plowing through anybody that gets in his way.
Bill Power there struggling in the Chevy Love. I think Massioli is the leader with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it looks like we're down to 2 laps, Brent. Trying to determine who this leader is kind of rough right now, but I think I have to agree with you that it's going to be Massioli.
The 12 car is your leader. There he is on your screen. He is getting the white flag. 1 lap to go. Massioli clears Lester out of the way. Half a lap for Massioli. Billowing some smoke out of somewhere. Blown rear right tire, and he will win the race.
Man, it's done. Color him done. And I mean, guys, you got guys out here like Steve Morgan just decided he's going to finish the race backwards. Looks like, he finally got turned around.
Congratulations, Mark Massioli. In his 5th year, the 37-year-old out of Port Orchard. Sponsored by Janelle Massioli and West Bay Auto Parts. Massioli with a win. There are 6 cars dead on the track. Massioli surveying the damage there to his front end, wondering where that vapor is coming from. Trophy girl is out. Massioli is $25 richer and 1 step closer to immortality. The next race will be a big car heat race. Bill Power here, number 111 in his 2nd season, 45-year-old racer. Bill, what makes a 44-year-old take up demolition derby?
Lived around here a long time, came out and watched them. It's something I wanted to do, so I finally said I'm going to do it, and I got in a car.
That was it, huh?
That was it.
So, Bill, wife and kids?
Wife, 3 kids.
3 kids. What do the kids think about Dad out here cruising around in a car?
The youngest one thinks it's pretty cool. The other 2, well, it's something to come and watch.
So that they're all here tonight watching you?
2 of the 3 kids are here. The wife's here. My other kid's in Iraq.
All right, Bill. Well, good luck tonight, and thanks for coming up and saying hi to us.
Thank you.
And good luck this season. Okay, thanks a lot to Bill Power there for coming up and seeing us. Here's the big cars for the 2nd heat race. 87, Dale Avery Jr., 55, Axel Harp, 36, Steve Harris, 732, Cody Stayrook, 100, John the Spec Fleck, 29, Jim Gregerson, 113, Dave Haro, 121, Clayton the Rooster Corey, 7, Matt Derringer, and number 75, they're coming around on their pace
David
left.
Needham.
And they have a green flag. Dale Avery Jr. is wasting no time getting into it with Axel Harp on his tail.
Dale Avery Jr., one of the great ones here at the KDDA.
And I tell you, The Rock in the 732 car is coming on pretty strong. Oh, and he is now sideways.
Dale Avery Jr. remains in the lead.
You know, Brent, we're noticing this track's pretty beat up. I think you're going to see here as if Avery comes through this turn with any speed, the bouncing that his car's
right
going to do. Yep, right there. And you look at Axel Harp's car behind him, and you know there's absolutely no suspension left in that thing.
What do you think the trade-in value is in a car like that, Rich?
I don't know. A couple of Starbucks, maybe. I don't know. That's pretty pricey.
As the cars go bouncing through.
And they are go bouncing through. We got a nice little pile up right here. Axel's turned sideways with the hook pushing into him.
Dale Avery Jr. is your leader.
And he's about to get stuck in traffic. I don't know how he's going to get through this one.
Bad pile up here. And he
wow, did you
right
see
through.
that? I mean, that is threading the needle. Impressive piece of driving there. Problem is that hole on this next turnaround is filled up. In fact, they're all filled up.
It is now physically impossible to get through. There are wrecked cars spanning the tire to the edge. We have ourselves a conundrum.
Yeah, and you can see the flames coming out of the exhaust on Avery's car. A little peeved at this point, just trying to find a way to get around.
He's going to have to pound somebody.
I think he's just going to say to heck with it. Go. Oh!
He's going to get a run and start at her, Rick.
He is. He's saying, you know what, Axel, you better get out of the way because I'm coming.
Oh! Steve Harris takes a wallop from Gregerson.
Well, these guys aren't wasting any time. If they need to move somebody out of the way, they're going to try like hell, and I'll tell you what, the audience is entertained.
Hey, is this a heat race or a finale? Okay,
well,
now
no,
a
right
hole
now
has opened up on the right side of Mrs.
Axel
Rook.
Harp has gotten his 55 car out, and we'll see. It looks like Avery's now stuck. What we've got here in this corner is not a big heat race. It's just big cars in heat.
Clayton Corey, the 121, the Rooster car, is your leader, and I believe he is going to get the white flag as he comes around on this lap.
Yeah, Corey's got the lead right now. And one of the guys that was holding all these cars up is Axel Harp. He finally got his car out of that deep dirt, and at least it's going to look like he's going to get a run and start to finish this race.
White flag to Axel Harp, but it's about a half lap too late as Clayton the Rooster Corey will win his second event of the day.
You would be correct, Brent.
Congratulations goes out to Clayton Corey in his fourth year out of Paulsbo, sponsored again by Johnny Graham's Racing Stable. Well, let's take a minute and thank the crew tonight, Rich. Thanks for joining me. We've got Doc down in the control van helping out on the microphone. We've got Garrett and Danny doing a great job directing and doing graphics and audio. Our cameramen tonight are Michael Mathis. We have Jason Scott. We have AJ, Matthew St. Carol. We have my wife, Danette, running around taking stills. We have Tom Spicer up here in the booth with us, spotting. Brandon Collins and Tony Taylor in the pit spotting. And Ron Humphrey running around doing whatever we tell him.
Well, he is a good runner. In fact, we may want to send him back to the snack bar to get some Snickers. Because we're not going anywhere for a while with this pileup we got here.
That's a fact, Jack. He got us a Baby Ruth. Boy, that was good, wasn't it?
It was nice and tasty, but I just don't know if it's going to, fill us through here because, that's a lot of cars right here piled up. The drivers are out. We're just waiting to get them clear.
And there goes Clayton back to his car with his trophy. The next race will be the second mini car heat race of the 2006 KDDA Metal Mayhem season. We're here with Steve Harris, the president and driver of the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. Steve, thanks for having West Sound TV here this year for our second year covering a few of these events. Talk a little bit about the KDDA.
The Kitsap Destruction Derby Association is a nonprofit organization. It started about 1965 with some guys that just wanted to smash cars. I mean, they saw the circle track and the NASCAR, and they saw that fans like the car crashes, so they decided, hey, that's what they're going to do. Started out as a fair thing, once a year's fair, then it slowly grew as fans wanted more and more and more. And we're always trying to get more dates. It's just limiting on how many times we can get the county to let us have the stadium for the evening.
Well, we certainly appreciate you letting us come, Steve, and boy, that was a heck of a scrum in that last race, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. They should have called the tire dead and let the guys go around and called it out over. But hey, this is the judge's call.
Okay, so in that case, they can go around the tire when it was in fact clogged from the tire to the wall.
Yes, when all the cars are plugging it, but actually they got a spot open and a couple cars were able to make it through. So maybe it was a good call on the judge's part. It was an interesting race.
Yeah, it was.
Crowd pleaser.
Steve, how does today's attendance look to you? Kind of looking at last year and looking at again today, starting a new season.
This right here, the fans out in the stadiums, it looks like it's a typical night for opening night for us.
It's great. Obviously a fabulous crowd that you have here this evening.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to have this many fans come out, especially with the way the weather was being really iffy with us. But we do have some diehards. I've seen them out in the uncovered stands while it's pouring rain. Wow, impressive. Yes.
Okay, Steve, thanks for spending a minute with us here, and we got to get over. We got the second mini car heat race of the 2006 Metal Mayhem season to call.
All right, on.
Thanks a lot. And with that said, here come the cars, and we will line them up for you. Tony Kimblick in the 59 car, Ryan Cooper in the 67, 31 is Michael Craig, 72 Chris the Blur Rowland, 113 Dave the Hook Hero, 156 Chad Steiger, 85 Kurt Bratcher, 149 Mark Smith, 7 car Matt Derringer. I think he has several cars out tonight because he's destroyed a couple already. Number 75 Dave Needham, 98 Stephen Sellers, and 73 James Callahan. And here we go on the pace lap.
Here we go, Brandon. I'll tell you what, a car to look for this one on this time around is number 31 Michael Craig. He has been driving strong the entire night, and look for him. It's just a matter of time before he really breaks one open.
Kelsey may make them. He's going to make them do another one. I think he doesn't like mini cars, Rich. He's done that before, and he only seems to do it on mini cars.
Well, you know, these guys have shown a propensity to really open up the field to give themselves, a nice big open area to start with. And, let's face it, you get the big cars out here, those guys are damn near metal on metal, before they start a race. And now they're starting to tighten up, and I think we're going to see a flag on this one.
Absolutely. Their formation is tight. Kelsey is giving him the green flag, and we are underway. And boy, what a bump we're getting over here in this turn in front of us.
Oh, it's amazing. And Brent, look at that right off the bat. We've got a car sideways coming out. And as predicted, number 31 of Michael Craig.
There's your man.
Looks like he's coming in, and it looks like he's just going to push himself right on into the lead.
Michael Craig with a good lead over number 59 of Tony Kimblick.
Michael's on looks like his third year, sponsored by Bremerton All-Star Lanes.
But I tell you what, it might just be me, but I think that tire needs to come our way about 20 feet.
Yeah, it is looking that way. It looks like it's been pushed in a little too far. I don't guess these minis are going to complain about it too much, though.
31 car, again, that's Michael Craig getting ready to start lapping the field, and here's where it could get interesting as he tries to pass Chad Steiger.
Well, this is what's caught him in the past, Brent. He's shown some good leads or good ability to get there, and just like right now, he's stuck. The
and
59 car, no, but the 59 car, Tony Kimblick came flying past him already.
Tony Kimblick now with a commanding lead.
And it looks like Tony's got some good room in front of him. He can get around the 85 car right now, and it doesn't look like he may get caught up for a little bit here. He may be all right.
We have 3 laps to go here in this second mini car heat race. Tony Kimblick in the lead.
Kimblick has weaved his way through down around that corner, and he's getting right through these guys without any problems, showing some great driving skills. We get some dust up here in debris in the booth. But Kimblick is just running through, and we've got a white flag out for Kimblick already, and if he can get through this traffic in this corner, he's going to be fine.
Mel Haro in the 113 is showering sparks as she has now died in the straight stretch. Kimblick, checkered flag, he will win the race. We have a fire in Mel Haro's car. And they quickly shot some extinguisher underneath the hood. And most of the smoke you see there is actually CO2, I believe, because they just they shot it up underneath their hood. Okay, Mr. Kimblick, Tony Kimblick, congratulations.
Driving car number 59, living all the way from Auburn,
Tony Kimblick all the way from Auburn, Rich.
Yeah, tonight is his Kitsap County debut, and I'll tell you, he's leaving us a name to remember.
Great job, rookie Tony Kimblick out of Auburn, Washington. The word is out in Pierce County. We have Puyallup drivers tonight. We have Tacoma drivers. And now with Kimblick, we have an Auburn driver. So congratulations, Tony. Welcome to the county. And now you are $25 closer to immortality.
You know, Brent, I've noticed a lot of guys on your list of immortality tonight. Is there something we're going to be posting here later tonight or maybe hitting the website with?
No, but there is a NorthwestDemoDerby.com, a great the website where the guys go on and they post their own comments and kind of tit for tat back and forth to each other. And there's your trophy presentation. Again, Prestige Auto bringing us that gorgeous 1936 Chevy Business Coupe. And the next race will be my favorite, big car figure eight race.
All right, a big car figure eight. And as the big car figure eight comes rolling out on the track, we have 99, Chris Ray. 110 of Rich Burr, and that is going to be the car to watch in this event. Number 84, Michael Harden. 77 of Bria Bronson. Patrick Mr. Mopar Duncan driving the 41 car. Eric Sprider Nielsen's in the 43. And Dale Oldman Avery in the 123 car. Ken Richardson, rookie out of Bremerton in the 88. Mike Nordstrom in his second year out of Tacoma driving the 114. And in the 101, it's Paul Nunez, 36 in his ninth year out of Port Orchard. Number 55, Axel Harp. Number 21, Clayton Corey, a previous winner from a couple heats tonight.
And we are underway here for the second big car figure eight race.
Rich Burr is just taking it to him right off the bat. If he doesn't take this tire, oh, he takes it, but he's pushing it out of his way.
Rich Burr has an amazing lead. One lap into this race.
You know, Brent, he's driving this car. It's a 69 Chrysler Imperial with a 440 under the hood. That thing's wasting no time. Here comes the tricky part, getting through the traffic. He slows down just enough. Let's see how he can get around this tire here and see if he can hang on to it.
Almost took out Richardson there, but barely missed clipping him. Boy, he is not letting off at all. Again, narrowly avoids slamming into Ken Richardson.
Yeah, he's going to have to drive around the dead car, looks like, of Axel Harp in the 55 there.
Now he's got a little competition as Dale Avery Sr. is on his tail.
Yeah, Dale Avery Sr.'s got some experience under his belt.
5 laps to go, and we are in a tight ball game here as Rich Burr tries to fend off the old man Avery.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Brent, what's going to come down at this race is going to be how well Burr can actually just drive this car through the traffic and through the dead cars in the track. Oh, Brent, we've got him up on the wall right now.
Rich Burr is on the tires. He's out. That puts Avery in the lead.
Oh, don't hold him back. He's gotten off the wall.
Yeah, but he might have lost too much ground to get back in.
They have. He just completely shoves the 88 car out of the way. Rich Burr is just trying to catch up, but he may have too much, too little. Or too little, too late in this case.
Kelsey Payne.
Oh, look at there. Looky there. Here he comes.
I think Burr's back in the lead, Rich.
It looks like he might be if he can hang on this corner.
Oh, we just lost a tire over here in front of us. The 88 car of Richardson.
Oh, Rich Burr is just shoving cars out of his way.
There's the tire right there on the ground. Here comes Burr. He's going to take the white flag here. 1 lap to go.
You got to love that, Brent. He ran that thing on top of the tires into the wall and has still managed to pull this one out.
Rich Burr last year with 3 race wins and second in the point standings. And let me tell you, he led the league in points in main events with 12.
And I tell you what, he just completely blew dirt and debris all over Mr. Mopar. He's getting a high five out in the middle of the track. Rich Burr looks like he's back on track this year.
Rich Burr, an animal. In his 15th season, the 36-year-old out of Bremerton, he's sponsored by West Bay No. 2 and Discount Tire and Wheel. And let me tell you something, Rich. I was working on my Polaris ATV. I needed a part that the ATV stores didn't have and couldn't order for me. I went into West Bay No. 2. Who was behind the counter? Rich Burr. He hooked me up.
Yeah, I sat down with Rich today prior to the time trials and stuff, and looked at this car, and I looked at him and I said, okay, I have no idea.
Obviously.
What is it? And he's driving a 69 Chrysler Imperial with a 440 crammed under that hood. That can explain why this guy's getting around the track like a true metal maniac.
Now you watch when he gets the trophy here from the trophy girl. The crowd will go nuts. He's one of the fan favorites here.
He is. Spending time with him today. When he's not here, this obviously being one of his big hobbies. He also coaches Little League with his son, Donovan, and his other big hobby, NASCAR.
Imagine that. And there's the applause as we go into dusk here at Thunderbird Stadium, Kitsap County. Okay, well, now that we're done with the second big car figure 8 race, next up will be a mini car figure 8 race.
April is one of our trophy girls this evening, and kind of our token trophy girl because we can't get the rest of them up here. So, April, what was the process to become a trophy girl for the Kitsap Destruction Derby? I mean, formal wear, wet T-shirt contest, bikini wear. What was the process?
It was definitely the wet T-shirt contest.
And it wasn't a problem. I mean, not shy. Worked real well.
No, not too shy.
So there you have it, hands down. You want to be a trophy girl at the Kitsap Destruction Derby? Wet T-shirt contest.
And you also have to climb the ladder over here.
Oh, that is true.
That
the ladder
was a big
to the
requirement.
booth.
Nobody wanted to do that.
There you have it. Back to you, Brent.
The cars are coming out on the track here as the children are playing with the little KDDA toys. TJ Lester, 162, 197. Eric Irvin, rookie out of Bremerton. 62, Rob Moore. Number 2, Corey Tucker. 63, Mike Lester. 24, KC Straight. 119, Victor Trent. 812, Mark Massioli. 35, Steve Morgan. 86, Mike Ackerman. 169, Jordan Perez. 102, Andrea Foote. And they're coming around on the pace lap. We're a little loose. He may have them doing it. Green flag anyway. We are underway for the second mini car figure 8 race.
And it took no time for a car to get right into the side of Casey Strait here and lock him right on up.
TJ Lester able to shoot through the middle there unharmed. He's your leader, but boy, he takes an awful wide turn, and that lets the 63 car, Mike Lester, last year's second place points leader, take the lead.
And I'll tell you what, giving him the lead may not have been the best thing for the rest of this crew, Brent. It's been shown once this guy gets out in front, he likes to stay there.
Lester, that left rear tire's a donut. He's got to hire a better pit crew, I think.
Well, I tell you what, he's showing some skill right now. Just stops, lets that traffic go by, and gets back on the throttle.
Lester, in his second season, your leader, had one heck of a year last year. Second place in league with 6 overall wins. Second place in points with 43 behind the 48 of Tony Fuller. And third in the mini car finale points.
Yeah,
all for a rookie.
Yeah, Brent, he just made a really nice move going around the 162 to keep himself out of harm's way. Looks like he's going to thread this thing right on through, and he's just doing a fantastic job here. And here he goes again, just fighting off this traffic, doing a great job.
Yes, and as we talked about him being second place in points to Tony Fuller, we would be remiss if we did not tell you that Tony Fuller is not racing tonight due to surgery on his rotator cuff. I asked him today how long it'll keep him sidelined. He said probably about half the season if everything goes well, as we have 2 laps to go. Lester is your leader.
Yeah, Lester kind of got tangled up there with the 197 car. But it looks like he's going to be okay. That was Eric Irvin he got tangled up with in the 197.
Kelsey Payne has the white flag in his hands. And there it is, 1 lap to go. White flag is out for Mike Lester.
Well, he's starting to show a little reckless abandon here. He's not even slowing down for the traffic. He's just moving them out of his way.
He wants that trophy, Rich, and he wants immortality.
Well, he's got it tonight.
Lester is heading out the gate. He doesn't know he won the race. They're trying to stop him, turn him around. He'll come back. Amazing. Lester did not, and he's still going. He's going back to his pit.
Yeah, he looks like he's heading down back behind the grandstands already.
Maybe he's in a little too much of a hurry for that immortality.
Well, you know, you've seen guys run for touchdowns in the NFL, and they just keep running right on through the tunnel and probably to the locker room. Maybe he's kind of having that same mentality here.
The crowd's in as much bewilderment as Lester is.
And it's official. Number 63, Lester is the winner.
We have a race, we have a trophy, we just don't have a race winner to receive that trophy.
And you got to wonder if our trophy girl got back in time to present this thing.
You know what? That's a good point. We might be the cause of this conundrum.
I'm okay with that.
Rich, you want to hop down, run out there and get the trophy?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want it from me, and I don't want a big fat kiss from him either, so probably not.
No. I meant receive the trophy from the trophy
girl. No.
Well, Chico Towing's come out to pick up some of the dead wood, and looks like Lester ran out, and there he goes. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it here for the second mini car figure 8. The next race is a big car heat race. 732 Cody Stayrock In the pole position for this big car heat race, David Needham next to him in the 75 car. Dennis the Menace Truax, the 17-year driver, next to him. 87, Dale Avery Jr. He's had a pretty strong run tonight. Dale Old Man Avery in the 123 car. Could have a little father-son mix them up. John the Spec Fleck in the Scout. Jim Gregerson, number 29 car. Bria Bronson Steele in the 77. 101, the business manager of the KDDA, Paul Nunez. And 7, Matt Derringer. Here they go here in this big car heat race. And the 7 car Derringer crapped out, so we'll do this again. Well, as they try to sort things out here, I'm not sure which of these cars are running and which aren't. They'll line up again and we'll try it once more. You got the Spec over here, broke down. Gonna get a little nudge from Cody. And we're being told that this may in fact be the last race. Everything's been running a little late tonight, so in order to meet the 10 o'clock requirement to be off the track, we have 2 Destruction Derby type events left. So we'll forego the rest of the heats and figure eights, run this heat race, and then go into a mini car and a big car demolition derby. What do you think about that, Rich?
Well, I think for the sake of the guys on the track right now, maybe a good thing, all the smoke that's billowing out of these things.
You know, they go through great lengths to protect the citizens of this country from secondhand cigarette smoke, but boy, I've been smelling some funky stuff all night, Rich.
Well, yeah, nothing like napalm in the morning, Brent.
The Spec, John, 3-year driver out of Bremerton, will watch this one from the bleachers.
Yeah, and that's too bad because, you know, I remember last year in the final race of the season, he was coming on strong in that, you know, medieval Sherman tank that he drives. And it's just going to be a shame to keep him out of this race, but that's just, you know, the way it goes.
You know, I see a Lycus 101 on his iron, on his door iron, and we have the 41 and 84 cars coming out. The 41 there, Team Mopar, that's Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan. He'll be taking the flex spot. And the 84.
Yeah, 84 is driven by Michael Hardin, a rookie out of Tacoma. You know, another crime scene cleaning, a CR janitorial kind of guy.
And one more time, let's take a moment here and thank our underwriters. We couldn't do it without them. Paulsbo Junction, Allstate, Ed Rowan, thanks a lot for helping out here. Give Ed a call, 697-6500. Tell him West Sound TV sent you. Crazy Eric's hooking up the crew with some food tonight. We really appreciate that. Visit any of their locations here at the fairgrounds, Navy Yard City, or in Belfair. Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, a great sponsor. And last but not least, celebrating their 30th year, the friendly, family-owned business, Paul's Carpet Cleaning, get those carpets so clean your parents will absolutely know you had a party while they were gone.
Well, Brent, the cars are getting turned back around, getting lined up here. The flak is now getting towed off the track. That's finally getting knocked out. And we'll get this thing underway, roll into a couple D-Dairy events, wrap this puppy up, and say goodnight.
Brewski's at my house, Rich. Night is definitely settling in here. 9 o'clock, Saturday, May 13th. Last race of the night before the Destruction Derbies, and we are underway for the pace lap with Cody Stayrook in the pole position. And we are
They're good to go.
Cody being spun out by the one car of Truax, who shares the lead with Avery. Now Avery in the lead.
Jr. just came through that hole that they opened up for him.
Truax giving him a run for the money. And all the corners are bad. Big ruts causing the cars to jump around. Truax, Avery Jr. fighting, and Mr. Mopar hot on their tail.
Oh, you look at that car of Avery just jumping up off the ground in the front end.
Uh-oh, Truax just had a Maylocks moment under the hood, I think. Avery Jr. still in the lead.
Stayrock has gotten sideways, put Avery into a tire. Looks like he's going to hold it, though.
Truax hot on his trail.
Avery Jr.'s got turned around.
He was able to spin Avery Jr. out, and now he is all alone in the lead. He's got about a 50-foot lead on Mr. Mopar Duncan. Now Truax tangling it up with 75 Dave Needham.
Oh, Needham rear-ended.
Needham makes him pay, but the tire had been displaced, so Truax able to capitalize.
And now you look at the irony. Truax is about to come up on Avery, as in lapping him, and it was just moments ago that we had Avery in the front.
Avery blew his right rear tire. That's why he
explains
lost
a lot
power.
right there. The white flag.
Truax now, in fact, lapping Avery Jr. One turn to go.
Oh, and Avery Jr. is gunning for him.
Dennis Truax, congratulations. Your first trophy of the night. Truax last year with one win has already equaled his season total here on opening night.
Now that is impressive. That'd be Dennis the Menace Truax.
Dennis the Menace Truax.
He's in his 17th season. He's sponsored by Highway 3 Auto Wrecking.
And LK Automotive. Actually, Dennis's son, my son Joey, celebrated his 14th birthday here a few weeks back, and Dennis's son was one of the kids that spent the night. Me and Dennis had a nice conversation when he came to pick the boy up in the morning.
So you had some bonding, is what you're saying?
Some mental mayhem and bonding with other mental mayhem patients.
Alrighty then.
Dennis the Menace Truax, congratulations. Okay, we have an update on the race and time soap opera. We're going to have a mini car heat race at least, and I think they're going to kind of see how long these races take as to how far they can keep going before we have to go into the two demolition derbies, because I guarantee you, Rich, they will not cancel the destruction derbies.
How go ye far? How far ye go? At some point, we'll figure it all out.
That's right.
All right, we've got the mini car heat coming up, and the order they're lined up in is number 98, Steven Sellards out of Paulsbo, Ryan Cooper in the 67 car out of Port Orchard, Michael Craig in the 31, Chris the Blur Rowland in the 72 car, Chad Stoger in the 156, James Callahan in the 73, Tony Timley in the 59, Mark Smith in the 149, in the 102 car, Andrea Foote, and in the 02, Corey Tucker. They're lined up, they've got the green flag, and it's underway.
The 31 car, driven by Michael Craig, again finds himself in the lead. How long that will last, Rich, we don't know, do we?
Well, Brent, if we go with tonight's experience, it's going to have to say that about the time he gets stuck in traffic is about the time he's going to have a problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got Paul Nunez up here in the booth with us, the business manager and one of the drivers here for the KDDA. Paul, do you have a favorite in this race?
Yeah, I'd have to say it was my other half. She's driving 102.
Andrea Foote, the rookie in the 102 car. How does a guy go about getting his wife into driving a demolition derby car?
I asked her if she wanted to try it. She said if she was going to continue to do it, if she liked it.
All right, well, that's a good way to approach things.
And Brett, for entertainment value, we've had Craig driving backwards. We've got him now no longer in first place. Looks like we've got possibly Tony Timley in first, though it could, well, here he goes passing the 149. So, yeah, looks like Timley back in first again, yet again making a name for himself. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't this our driver out of Auburn?
No, yeah, you're right. Timley is out of Auburn, one of the 3 Pierce County drivers that we have. So, Paul Nunez again, how is the business end going along with the KDDA?
It's going along pretty well. The community is very cooperative with us. They seem to be, as you can see by the crowd tonight, they enjoy it.
Do you have any openings if a sponsor wanted to come in here and sponsor some of the races?
Actually, we have about 4 of our 7 nights available. We also have, I believe, 1 or 2 trophies left.
Okay, Paul, anything else you want to say to the fans of the Kitsap Destruction Derby?
I hope you came out and enjoyed the show.
All right, Paul Nunez, the business manager and one of the drivers here. Thanks for taking a minute with us.
Thanks.
Thanks again. And it's Tony Timley who's taking the white flag, and he's just going to run this thing. Really, Brent, he's making this look like child's work here. I mean, it's not a big deal. He's handling it. He's just weaved himself in and out of traffic and takes yet another checkered flag tonight.
Outstanding job there by the Auburn driver, Tony Timley. Okay, we have another treat for you tonight. We have the actual trophy girl. The actual trophy girl,
Kim Buscoli, is here with us, which, Tim's from Auburn. He's just going to have to deal with the fact that we stole the trophy girl for an interview.
So what are they going to do, wait till you get back?
No, we'll have a fill-in.
So, Rich, are you going to ask her what are the qualifications for
what's the criteria? I mean, how do you get picked up as the trophy girl? What's it take?
You get lucky. You know somebody. Yeah, and you're willing to do it. You're willing to get out there and with a bunch of grungy guys and have fun. Yeah.
I think she's got the right attitude.
I think she's got the right spirit here. We're good to go.
Are you going to be back anymore this season?
Oh, yeah, I'm a pitman, so I race and...
You're Cody's pitman, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, tell Cody we said hi, and good luck tonight. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
And congratulations there to Tony Timley, the Auburn driver. And thanks again to Kim for coming up here and talking with us. They had a substitute trophy girl down there while she was up here.
And it seemed to work well. I mean, Tim's down there complaining, so we're all good.
Pole position car, Axel Harp in his second year out of Paulsbo. 110 the formidable Rich Burr. Clayton the Rooster Corey having a heck of a night so far. Ken Richardson next to him in the 88. 113, either Dave or Mel. It looks like it's got Dave painted on the side, but the husband and wife team, you never know who's driving. John the Spec Fleck looks like he's fixed his problem. Dale Old Man Avery in the race, 84. Michael Harden, 41. Patrick Mopar Duncan. Dale Avery Jr. in 87. 29. Grim Gregerson. Axel Hart takes the lead here in the third and final big car figure 8 of the night.
Well, Brent, that was a temporary fix there. It looks like Rich Burr is getting out. Oh, and look, Corey's out running him right now.
Clayton the Rooster Corey taking advantage of Burr going a little wide. Dave Haro hot on the Rooster's tail.
Well, the hook just got a slam from Burr, but Corey is out in front. But don't stand there too long because Burr's coming.
They're out of everything down there.
Clayton still in the lead. Burr in second place.
Clayton coming around, going through these bumps right here. It's in these corners, and he's going to have some traffic to deal with.
Avery Jr. in a violent collision crossing the middle there a few minutes
Oh, you look
back.
at the 88 car sitting here in front of the booth, Brent. The back tire's gone. You're just looking at the hub spinning right now.
Ken Richardson, tireless in Silverdale.
Clayton Corey still riding it out here with Rich Burr right on him.
There it is, 88 car of Ken Richardson, DOA. Uh-oh. Burr gets spun around.
Yeah, spun around by Avery there.
Avery Sr. still in the race.
Looks like Clayton's got a flat back tire.
Clayton. I think Burr might have taken the lead from Corey. Burr driving the 110 car.
Oh, this guy is a man on a mission, Brent.
Two laps to go.
Oh, we had a nice one right there. Nice smack, and this may spell trouble
and
for Rich Burr.
Is eating coolant right now.
He's got the white flag. The question is, can that car hang on?
Can he see through the white stuff long enough to win this race? And his car is dead on the side of the road.
Yeah, he's pulled that thing over. Can you believe that?
That'll make things interesting here for the end.
Oh, here he goes.
It may be Gregerson in the 29 in the lead. If not, Axel Harp in the 55. And there it is. Axel Harp in the 55 will win the race. Axel Harp, the 21-year-old driver out of Paulsbo, in his second season, is sponsored by H&M Excavating and Logging and Jim's Auto Wrecking. Congratulations, Axel Harp.
And that's just tough luck for the 110 car of Rich Burr. He was just jamming, looked like he was going to take this event. One nice violent smack up on Avery, and he was done.
Axel Harp never really was in contention there until about the last lap or two, but he did what Tony Fuller was talking about. No need to jump out there in front and get all aggressive. A slow but sustained pace, more times than not, will win the race. Well, while we're waiting for the trophy, girl, let's once again thank our underwriters, Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, Paulsbo Junction Allstate, Ed Rowan. Give him a call at 697-6500. Crazy Eric's, visit their locations here at the fairgrounds, Navy Yard City or Belfair. Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning, celebrating their 30th anniversary, 876-4000. Jack Bailey of Racecom Electronics. Call them up, let them know you appreciate their support of what we do out here. It'll go a long way. And the next race will be a mini car figure 8 race. Mike Lester, number 63, Steve Morgan, 35, Justin Hart, 96, KC Straith, the 24 car truck tonight, 169, Jordan Roly-Poly Perez, 812, Mark Massioli, 86, Mike Ackerman, 199, Jacob Knowlton, 62, Rob Moore, 149, Mark Smith, and 73, James Callahan here as we believe we're getting ready to do the last race of the night before the 2 demolition derbies as the cars are on their pace lap. This is a mini car figure 8 race, the 3rd of the evening, and we are underway. Mike Lester getting out to a lead in no time. Mike Lester weaving his way through traffic. I believe he just lost a piece of bumper there, Rich.
Yeah, it looks like it, but he did a pretty good job getting through there. His parts flying everywhere around there. Lester's coming through, takes a nice little pounding there. Oh!
Massioli giving him a run for his money.
Yeah, I think they've still got some stuff to work through from the last race.
Mike Lester still in the lead. Massioli was spun out. Actually, kind of odd in a race like this. 5 laps to go, and Lester has a half-lap lead on the field.
Yeah, he's backing up now, though, getting past the 96 truck. Now coming back across the center of the field.
And that allows the 199 car of Jacob Knowlton now to challenge for that leader spot.
We got Casey Strait, the 24, coming around here in the corner. And as you see coming through here is number 63. Lester is still in a lead, and it is a commanding one at that.
3 laps to go.
Nice job dodging the cars coming through.
Lester just about has this one in the bag.
Well, you know, he had some options there. He could have easily followed the 35 car of Steve Morgan right on around and just hung back and easily won this thing wire to wire. But I don't think he was in the mood for that. Decided, nope, see you later, have a nice day.
Now I see Massioli on his tail, but I believe Massioli has been lapped.
Yeah, Massioli is a lap down in this one, Brent. Lester got a little crammed in there, and look at Massioli, won that lead back, or won that lap back, jumps up in front of him. Lester says, that's okay, go ahead and go on by. I'm about to get a white flag.
Lester half a lap away from...
Yes, let me guess, Brent, immortality.
No, I was going to say a $25 check and a trophy.
Well, and as we say it, he gets spun out down here in the corner, and okay, he's finally got it going here.
Whoa! The 119 truck of Victor Trent. Hold on a second here.
Wow.
Victor Trent stole victory from the jaws of Mike Lester.
I don't know. We've got him walking out here with the checkered flag. Let's see where they take this thing.
Actually, now Victor Trent just left. shouldn't be too difficult as most of the cars are dead on the track anyway. Now they're giving it to Massilley. He did not get lapped.
Oh, look. Oh, there's some conversation going on now. The official word hasn't come out. Let's stand by for this one.
And remember, there are no points for second place.
As it should be.
Kelsey Payne wondering. I guess when she hands him the trophy, we'll know.
And your winner of this one was brought to you by Representative West. Running car number 199, Jacob Knowlton.
199, Jacob Knowlton, the rookie. Congratulations.
Well, the crowd is miffed on this one, and I don't think any of the drivers or the crowd understand the victory.
The Bremerton native, or at least Bremerton resident, is sponsored by LK's Auto Repair, Nap Towing, and Discount Tire. Congratulations, Jacob Knowlton. You get a check for $25, a trophy, and, Rich?
Yes, your name entered into Brent's list of immortality.
All righty, the trophy girl is out, but I don't think the 199 is on the track. Cue circus music.
Cue bearded lady.
And here he comes, Jacob Knowlton, running on 3 of his 4 tires. Congratulations, Jacob. Boy, he's digging it, isn't he? He knows he's ready for immortality.
Yeah,
right?
he's ready for that list. He's got his hug from Kim, and he's a happy guy.
Congratulations, Jacob. My people tell me the next event will, in fact, be the mini car demolition derby.
Brent, you've been threatening us with that for 4 races now. Say it isn't so.
I'm trying. The mini cars are out doing the lap here. Gathering up. It might just be a 7-car race here for the finale.
All right, the cars have their flags posted. We've got Lewis Sellers in the 48 out of Paulsbo. Scott Carter in the 33. Kurt Bratcher in the 85. Jordan Roly-Poly Oli Perez in the 169. TJ Lester in the 162 out of Port Angeles. In the 149 car, it's Mark Smith in his 3rd year out of Port Orchard. And, of course, number 63, Mike Lester.
$250 on the line here. First place, $250. Second place, $150. Third place, $75. And fourth place, $25. There's also a bonus of $100 first place if it's a new car that you're out there driving. And that's a car that just hasn't been raced before. And I believe Lester's is. We'll have to watch.
And they are underway. We got a green flag. And we got Lester in the 63 going out to the 48.
Not a lot of contact here yet. Now, the rules are simple. Make a substantial hit every 90 seconds. If you go 90 seconds without making a good hit, you're done. Oh, there was a nasty door shot by TJ Lester. He will more than likely get fined for that. And Kelsey Payne has the black flag in his hand. That was a hard, deliberate door shot, Rich.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Just some of those things you try not to do while you're out here. But it looks like we got a couple locked up here in the center.
And there's Kelsey with that black flag in his hand. They were thinking about it, but he didn't throw it yet.
Then the 48 car of Lewis Sellers out of Paulsbo is just billowing smoke.
The smoke screen
the tactic there, how's that going to work for him?
It doesn't work too well.
Well, the smoke screen has died down. He's got that switch cleared evidently and kind of moving on.
Oh,
nice hit
collision
right there. And another one back to back.
It took them a few minutes, but they're getting into it. There's Sellers nailing Lester.
All right, 33 has been told to pull the flag, so that one's done.
Scott Carter, 24-year-old in his third year out of Bremerton, sponsored by Kitsap Marine, is number 7.
Yeah, Scott's a big off-roading kind of guy. Did real well last night in the point standings. Or excuse me, last year in the point standings. All right, 162's been told to pull the flag as well. It's TJ Lester out of Port Angeles.
Scott Carter was third with 41 points last year.
All right, we got Lewis Sellers coming around, taking a nice little hit there.
Introducing himself to Mike Lester the hard way.
Yep. And they look like they're kind of hung up. Well, they freed themselves up here.
I think they're the only 2 cars left.
Yeah, 162 just got told to pull the flag. We got 85's flag is still up. But outside of that, Brent, I think we're looking at Mike Lester here.
TJ Lester, 162 in his 4th season out of Port Angeles. He is done. Nice!
Oh, that was a nice hit by Sellers. And there's some smoke coming out now. Let's figure out which one of these guys is done.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
149's got the flag pulled. I still see a flag on 85.
Jordan Roly-Poly Perez looks like he may be in 4th place. He's in the money. The 22-year-old in his 5th season out of Port Orchard, sponsored by Airport Auto Wrecking, Beck Equipment
All right,
Repair.
the flag on 85 is pulled now, Brent.
Sniffy Siding, Holloway Racing. Kurt Bratcher, 3rd place, 32-year-old, 14th season out of Bremerton. Horseshoe Lake Auto Wrecking, Northwest Trades, B&B Builders. Now it'll be down to the stopwatches, Rich, and I believe since they hit each other, it should be a tie for 1st place.
Well, if you notice, Brent, it's real quiet here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no cars running, but because they both ran into each other going forward, they would both reset their timers at the exact same time. It should be a tie for 1st place.
And the crowd's starting to get into it, screaming for 48. They really like that last hit that Lewis Sellers put on.
But Lester was moving forward and made significant contact.
That's all about the significant contact.
In Demolition Derby it is. Well, with only 7 cars, Rich, the Demolition Derby goes pretty quick, doesn't it?
It does go quick, and I think I'll tell you what, this crowd is really looking forward to the big car. And the time has expired, Brent.
And there's PA announcer Dennis Buckholtz. Gordon Sound loaned him to the Demolition Derby today. He does a great job and has been for years out here. Lewis Sellers trying to get some applause from the crowd.
Yeah, Mike Lester's getting out of his car, getting a little, crowd voting. Guys shake hands out there.
One of them's going to be $250 richer.
Well, yeah, but I think they're figuring out their cars have just mated and are going to have trouble coming apart.
Well, cold water worked earlier.
This is true.
Okay, the judge's decision, 4th place. 169, Jordan Perez, as we talked about earlier. 85, Kurt Bratcher should be 3rd.
And the trophy provided by the KDDA. Number 85.
And that's the way 3rd place goes down. Now the trick here will be, is it a tie for 1st?
Well, you got to wonder if they can break the Sawzall out.
And it is, in fact, a tie between Lewis Sellers and Mike Lester. Congratulations, guys. Mike Lester last year placed 4 times in finales, a first, a second, a third, and a fourth. So no stranger to success in mini car finales. And the event you've all been waiting for, the big car finale, will be next. Dale Avery Jr. is the first of the big cars to come out tonight for the big car finale. Looks like Clayton the Rooster Corey is coming out in the 121. That's a special D-Derby car.
In the 731, it looks like Jeff the Ball and Chain Hiscox rolling out with his sponsor of the U.S. Navy and Hot Carl Tires.
Hot Carl. I wonder, do we have a phone number for Hot Carl's Tires?
I don't know, but we could probably get one for our next evening.
Jeff Hiscox, I understood, was experiencing some technical difficulties with a battery cable. Patrick Mopar Duncan in the 41 car. 43, Eric Nielsen. 42, Sven Melseth. Looks like we got 7 cars.
The highlight of 7 cars in this race is it takes up twice the space of the small car, so it's not a problem.
Oh, actually, we got the 114 sneaking in there, but that car is dead already. The 114 car of Mike Pinky Nordstrom. You never guess why they call him Pinky. Actually, it looks like they're getting a little bit of life out of that car. And now he is moving.
Off.
And then he's dead again. He's on again, he's off again. And Dave Hero is going to be coming out here, and there he is. He's got his trunk already in demolition derby position, folded up into the back seat.
He's got the junk in the trunk, all right.
9 cars. Did you just say junk in the trunk?
Yeah, you like that?
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing is out of bounds tonight as we bring you the Demolition Derby.
And they are rolling.
We got to talk them into starting from the edges and coming in at each other.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those.
Oh, bad double hit. Avery Sr. put on Hero. Then Hero gets nailed by the Rooster. I think Avery's going to get fined for that hit.
That could happen. We've got a couple of them piling up, but these guys, as you notice, are coming at each other really hard and fast here.
Well, watching Big Cars finale is like a heavyweight boxing match versus lightweight.
Oh, you're going to like this one right here.
Sven puts a nice little love tap on Jeremy Steele. Oh!
Well,
Sven Melseth runs right up Mel Hero. I don't know if that's Mel or Dave at this point. Sven and Avery are the only 2 still going, and they run into each other.
Now we got some more cars back on the move here, Brent.
Mopar got underway. And actually, Hero has a little bit of life.
Yeah, and Eric Nielsen's on the way, too. These guys got some movement. Here comes a nice one here.
Jeff Hiscox, I don't even think he got hit before his car died.
Yeah, I think he just went out there, put that thing in park, and said, forget it.
Oh, that was all the Rooster needed to free himself.
You know what it looks like? Hiscox's car is moving a little as well, so we may see a bunch of guys get back into this.
Nice move there. Nice camera work, too.
Yeah, Mr. Mopar cruising. Oh, that was beautiful.
That's gotta hurt. violent collision between two of
You
Team.
got sparks coming out from under Mr. Mopar's car. Let's see if it subsides there.
Well, what he's got is probably the fan or something is
just a shorted.
metal.
It could just be a shorted cable as well.
All right, we're down to 3 moving cars at this point.
Mr. Mopar is just shoving the 121 car of Clayton Corey around.
And now,
that was beautiful.
The 43 car of Eric Nielsen's gets moving, and he gets tagged. Let's have us a Nielsen sandwich, huh?
Yeah, they're all kind of getting a little bit of position here.
Almost a rollover. And by the way, if you do a rollover on somebody, you get a $20 bounty, and the rollover E gets a trophy.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like Mr. Mopar may be done here. His radiator's up around his windshield right now.
A violent collision there as Avery Jr. introduces Clayton the Rooster Corey to Metal Mayhem. Sven Melseth has just been ordered to pull his flag. The 42 car is out. Looks like Avery, Clayton Corey.
Oh, nice violent hit right in the middle of the track. Avery Jr., I think, just at this point probably feels like he's got everything in his car in the position he needs it to be in and has everybody where he wants them, so he's just driving around trying to nail everyone, and it looks like he may have done some good damage there.
He may want to reconsider doing all those front-on collisions. He might want to start backing into some folks.
No, I have to agree with you there.
But he does have the strongest running. Oh, we have a red flag. Must be a fire somewhere. Trying to find it here. The extinguisher crews are out. I think it's the 42 car. That is Steve Sven Melseth, and he is getting the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, he's got a nice little jog running off this thing. Moving the crowds a nice way.
The 25-year-old driver in his 6th year out of Paulsbo. Okay, we're underway again. Green flag. Dale Avery Jr. is the only thing moving. The 43 car of Eric Nielsen's, he's trying to get it going.
Yeah, he's kind of hung up with Clayton Corey's car.
And Avery Jr. is going to show some class. Just tap him good enough to reset his counter, and that should do it. All he has to do at this point, since he's the last person to make any contact, is just sit there, really, because...
Well, yeah, but, at this point, why not drive around the track? All by yourself.
Right you are, Rich.
How about another little love tap?
Just to make sure, that's right.
Just getting the crowd into it.
Now this one's all but over, Rich. The crowd is waiting.
With bated breath?
With breath of Crazy Eric's onion burgers. And that's it. It's over. Congratulations. Avery Jr. just won $250, and he'll be needing it tonight because I think he's going to have some fines to pay. Well, once again, we'd like to thank our underwriting support for tonight. Crazy Eric's, thanks for all the food, guys. You were great. Go visit any of their locations, Navy Yard City, Belfair, or here at the fairgrounds. Ed Rowan of Paulsbo Junction, State, 697-6500. Give him a call and tell him you appreciate him supporting us. Paul's Carpet Upholstery Cleaning, 876-4000. Thanks a bunch to Patricia and the gang out there. Jack Bailey of Racecom Electronics. As you see Dale Avery Jr. there getting a hug from his old man. And he's sponsored by Performance Radiator and Dale's Delivery Service. And we'd also like to thank the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association of Kitsap for supporting West Sound TV tonight, last year, and in the year, and hopefully more years to come. I'd also like to thank the crew, Rich up here in the booth with me, Doc down in the trailer, helping out on that talent role. We've got our spotters, Mr. Collins, Mr. Taylor, and Mr. Spicer. We've got our cameramen, J-Dog Scott, AJ, Matthew St. Carol, Michael Mathis. We've got Garrett Syke directing. We've got Danny Morrow doing audio and graphics. My wife taking stills. Thanks to everybody. I had a blast. Ron Humphrey, our runner, getting us waters and hot dogs, and he couldn't find us any brewskis, though.
No, we tried like hell, and couldn't find a Snickers when you needed one either.
No.
I'd also like to get a shout out to Hot Carl for pimping the trophy girls when we needed to get them up in the booth. They did a great job there when our runners failed miserably.
Also, Paul Nunez and Steve Harris, the two board members from the KDDA, and then Tony Flash Fuller coming up here and having a nice little chat with us.
Well, Brent, I think that's going to sum up the evening.
That will. Okay, everybody, stay tuned. We will see you soon.